very excited for the future. To put that to one particular thing, I think would be difficult, but we're in development of some very cutting-edge technologies, things that have never been done before in the industry, things that people have never even seen before, and things that have yet to even come out of the doors of this building. So when I look to the future, it looks bright. I am part of the guidance, navigation, and control team here, and there are 3 people on my team. We've been up to a lot lately. The last 3 months, for example, we've developed a fully autonomous hazard detection, avoidance, and terrain relative navigation suite. What that means, in layman's terms, as short as possible, we take a camera system and we point it down at the surface of the moon while we're in orbit, and it tracks surface features, feed those into our online database that we get from the Lunar reconnaissance rover, get images from there, from NASA. We match those images, tells us where we are and where we're headed relative to the surface of the moon with very high accuracy. We use that exact same system in another configuration in which we are coming down to the surface, and it detects hazards using camera system alone, and it creates diversions which we can make safe paths to the ground. So what that means, we can go to our payload customers, we can say, basically gives them a sense of security. It's autopilot. We basically made an autopilot that can think on its own. So what it tells them is that when their payloads get to the lunar parking orbit, no matter what happens, no matter what sort of anomalies we have, communications-wise, as long as our system is running normally, we'll achieve a soft touchdown on the surface. This is a huge step forward. GNC is really your quarterback of your mission. It's calling the plays, it's flying the spacecraft. And this is a huge step for ESF because this is a large part of the system. Really, this is your terminal descent profile and your algorithms that are operating on that. And what this does for the company, like I said before, is a huge step forward in terms of securing payload customers, because now we do have the ability to go to them and essentially guarantee when they deliver it. I was a physics major before I came here, and so I was actually just thinking to myself while we were in the office, talking with some of my colleagues, what if I had stayed a physics major, where would I be? And I don't know the answer to that, but I took a gamble and made a trip to Florida, came to school here, studied aerospace engineering, and I couldn't be happier with what I'm doing. It's really intriguing to me. They gave me an opportunity to get into mission design and orbital mechanics, and that's opened a lot of other doors internally here, other systems I've been able to work on and be exposed to. At the time I started here, you said that we would still be operational 2 years down the road. I would laugh. There's no way. We were all confined in this office. Progress was slow, and there's a lot of interns and not a lot of engineers. Here we are 2 years down the road. A lot of my colleagues graduated to become engineers. They're still here, so it just goes to show what can happen with a group of dedicated people. And everybody has the same goal in mind, and that is to be the first commercial entity in the history of the world to land